showtime.
It's showtime. And here we go.
Hello and welcome into another episode of the Movie Geek Podcast. My name is George T, and as always, bringing you the weekend update report. A very, very busy weekend, despite being Memorial Day weekend. The box office was huge this year. It was up 53% from last year, which was down 44% last year. So, two big movies helped out tremendously in that regard, and I will get to those very shortly. Meanwhile, update from last week. Didn't get to do a whole lot. Again, prepping for the World Series of Poker tournament, and that did not work out well, so we won't talk about it. The trip wasn't a total loss. I wound up winning the tournament entry fee back and a little bit extra, so it wasn't total bad. Should have probably been doing more podcasts. And in any event, we are going to get back on track here. This weekend, got some movies to go through, and one of them will have a little sidebar to it afterwards, and rank them and go through them. Also, still working on my Comic-Con one. I have a lot going through that one. Also have reviews coming up on Last Breath, Love Hurts. Last of Us Season 2 is over with. Want to go through that. And a bunch more. So definitely look forward to more of that, and I will promise to bring out more shorts to kind of help out there with that. So let's go through last weekend's box office. Coming in at number 5 was Thunderbolts. It dropped 3 spots from number 2 to number 5. It made 6.1. Sinners is still in the top 4. It only dropped 1 spot from 3 to 4, making another 10.8. This movie has done so much money, and as I've said in my Sinners review and in the one short I put out there, Sinners right now has got to be an Oscar favorite. Or not. I don't know of many people who did not like this movie. So, again, I could be completely wrong. Last year I rode my horse on Civil War. This year I'm going to ride it with Sinners. Definitely right now my top movie for the year. And it's only May. So, Final Destination Bloodlines dropped from 1 to 3, made 23.7. And then the big two. So you had Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, making $64 million. It was the highest grossing opening weekend for a Mission Impossible movie, so congrats on that. This is the final one of the saga. And then Lilo and Stitch gets it done with $145.5 million. It is the live-action version of the original animated film of Lilo and Stitch. Conversely, a very interesting little nugget here. One of Tom Cruise's movies, Minority Report, years ago, was up against Lilo and Stitch, the animated movie, and lost that one as well at the box office. So there's a little history there with Lilo and Stitch and Tom Cruise movies. I found that fact to be very, very interesting. So, but again, surprising. But again, the weather hasn't been all that great for barbecues or outside activities. So I'm glad that people are going back to the movies. I've been saying this for a while now. We need more movie going, and I understand everybody wants to do the streaming stuff, and rightfully so at times. But again, movies are where it's at. Movies, it's an experience. So, all right. We have some movies coming out as well, some small ones and a couple of big ones on the marquee. So let's go with a smaller film, Tornado. This is a samurai movie. Uh, it is about uh, a girl named Tornado. Her father's puppet samurai show gets ambushed by a notorious gang. She goes on a destiny quest to, um, you know, restore honor to her family name. All right, love samurai movies. So this I might check out at some point. This movie is a little odd, but I'll definitely have to check this out. It is Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox. Okay, so I saw the trailer and it just looks so zany and crazy. So he is Tim Travers is a man who is kind of just done with how his life is turning out. So he wants to travel back in time to kill himself and, unmake the reality that he's in. Now, according to Back to the Future, if you erase reality, then alternate reality comes. But obviously, if, like in Time Cop, you die in the past, you die in the future too. So this is kind of weird. But after he does so, he comes back to the same reality. It's a crazy spin on time travel. So this looks pretty interesting. I'll probably check it out when it hits to streaming. I don't know of many theaters that are playing it. It's going to be a very small release. In this movie, Samuel Bunning plays Tim. Danny Trejo, Keith David, and Joel McHale are in this film. So it looks, like I said, it just looks zany and it kind of, turns time travel up on its head. So look forward to that. Wes Anderson coming out with another film. I mentioned this was in my top 5 for May because May was so scarce with movies that I wanted to see. The Fruition Scheme. So Benicio del Toro plays a wealthy businessman named Zaza. Appoints his only daughter, who is a nun, played by Mia Thorpleton. Again, you know me in butchering names. As his sole heir to his estate, as he begins to embark on another venture and enterprise. Then, of course, it can't be, all that easy, can it? No. They become the target of a scheming tycoon, foreign terrorists, and determined assassins. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? But it is Wes Anderson, so if you've seen any of his movies, you're going to get craziness and great actors, too. Some of his movies have had, tremendous success. And again, this is kind of in limited release because it's going to be released expanded release the following weekend, which is kind of a bad time to expand outward because June is going to be a big month for movies. It's going to be hard to come up with a top 5 for June for me, but that is what this movie is about. Scarlett Johansson, Bill Murray, Tom Hanks, Michael Cera, Benedict Cumberbatch, Bryan Cranston, William Dafoe are also in this movie. So like I said, big stars. Wes Anderson loves to put big stars in his crazy zany movies, and a lot of them have been in his movies before. So it will be a good movie. On Max, Mountainhead. So this is a group of billionaire friends get together against the backdrop of a rolling international crisis. Okay, I'll probably definitely check this out because obviously it's on Max. Steve Carell, Corey Michael Smith, who was the Riddler in Gotham series, really liked his character, and Jason Schwartzman is in this movie. So it looks interesting, so I'll definitely check it out and probably have a review next week. On Netflix, a Korean movie called Lost in Starlight. This is about an astronaut who leaves Earth to go to Mars. In the vast infinite space has divided star-crossed lovers. Okay. Probably not on the see it list right away, but definitely we'll probably check it out. Foreign film, French film, Ghost Trail. This looks interesting. A man joins a secret group tracking Syrian regime fugitives. His mission takes him to France, where he tracks down his former torturer for a fateful confrontation. Looks decent. So definitely we'll check that out when it comes. So now the two big ones for the weekend. It is Karate Kid Legends. Ralph Macchio, obviously Jackie Chan, and newcomer Ben Wong plays Li Fong. So basically, Jackie Chan plays Mr. Han, a friend of Mr. Miyagi. He has a student that he is trying to teach a different way and kind of incorporate a different style of karate when he runs into Daniel LaRusso and has him try to train him. So they both will be training him for the upcoming karate tournament. I'm not a big fan of rehashing this. Cobra Kai, I haven't watched either. Maybe it's just me. The Karate Kid, when I was growing up, was good. Karate Kid 2 was pretty good. And then after Karate Kid 3, it was like, like, what's the point? So, and I will rank mine. Obviously, 1 and 2 are going to be up there, but we'll go over the other ones as well at the end of this. So I'm not sure how this does. Again, maybe for nostalgic reasons or people who liked Cobra Kai will jump on this film. I don't see it cracking the top 5, but I could be completely wrong on that. Or maybe it does. But a film that might And again, I can't really say otherwise because, again, the top five is pretty strong. Is Bring Her Back. This is the kind of like Pet Cemetery type thing, but only with um, a human element. A brother and sister witness a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. I mean, what else would you expect? A secluded house with a stepmother. So this looks awfully scary. Um, who knows if it is or not? Um, but I think it has a chance to make the top five, but I can't say that it will. But it looks pretty interesting, so I will definitely check that out. All right, so let's look at a couple of interesting little tidbits. Um, Jason Momoa and wrestling superstar Roman Reigns are in talks to do a live action Street Fighter film. I don't know how to feel about this. I know Mortal Kombat's coming out, so Street Fighter is going to try and one up it, I guess. There has been other um, athletes and some other stars that are actually wanting to do Street Fighter. So, I mean, I guess, but we've seen Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat back in the day. Um, the first Mortal Kombat obviously did really good, and then the subsequent movies didn't do as well. The newer Mortal Kombat did well. I think Mortal Kombat 2 is going to definitely do very well. And then you had the original Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia, the late Raul Julia, and it went nowhere. If it had a few sequels that went straight to DVD. So I don't know. Like, it's a very interesting little thing. I mean, I'd have to see more of it. I'd have to read more of it, to be honest. Um, and then Kristen Stewart, Oscar Isaac, and Elizabeth Olsen are to star in a vampire movie that will break your brain. Don't have a title for it yet. This just came through uh, on social media. Um, I guess I'm all for it. Good good actors, but obviously we'll have to see more, in the coming months or whatever. So, all right. With that being said, let's look at Karate Kid movies. So obviously the first Karate Kid movie came out in 1984, and this stars obviously Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi. And so Daniel LaRusso is moving into a new town, trying to kind of endear himself to his classmates who aren't the best. But he has a love for karate, and most of the kids in the town are at a karate school. And obviously, we all know the story. He winds up going into the tournament, and Cobra Kai is the big dojo for karate, and LaRusso obviously beats Johnny with a crane kick, and the rest is history. It's the underdog story. The second one, 1986. So Mr. Miyagi's father is dying in Okinawa, and so he takes uh, Daniel with him and runs into an old foe and his son, and then obviously there's that faithful combat in the end of it, and he has a war with um, the kid and winds up winning because that's what we do. Um, so it's not it's not an overly bad movie. So I definitely would say the first two are definitely better than anything else. Karate Kid 3 in 1989. So this takes place right after they get back from Okinawa. Um, Cobra Kai Dojo has been taken over, but um, Sensei Kreese is back with a an investor who has his superstar, and of course, you know what happens. Daniel winds up winning and really trying to close down Cobra Kai after that. So then, I mean, again, it's a money grab at that point. That's the way I saw it. 1984, we try to reboot it with the next Karate Kid. This is actually a little tidbit for you. Obviously, this is Matt Morita's last film, but also Hilary Swank. Yes, award-winning actress Hilary Swank. This was her first leading role as the Karate Kid. It's about all I can really say about this movie, other than okay, it was made, and Hilary Swank has gone on to do um, many good films. Million Dollar Baby. Um, I mean, Boys Don't Cry. I can go on and on, but that is the extent of that. Then they rebooted again with 2010, The Karate Kid, with Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, training Jaden Smith for Life in the Streets and for Karate Tournament. It's actually not too bad, but it's a really long film. It's the longest film there. Um, I I couldn't really get into it. Again, I think for me, just seeing the original two and then obviously rebooting. You know me, I tend to not like rebooting or uh, certain things. I mean, there are some movies that I really got invested in, obviously Star Wars or just in general anything that I'm kind of a fandom of. I'm okay with. There's just a lot of movies I'm just not a fan of that I want to see, rebooted or so on. Just like when Poltergeist got rebooted by Sam Raimi. Okay, Sam Raimi. All right, give him a shot. He's a great director. The movie just stunk, and I'm like, see, this is why I don't like it, because we tried the old Poltergeist 2 where we showed where the bodies and the souls came from, and then we're gonna money grab the shit out of it by putting out Poltergeist 3, not even in the same area code, as we shipped Carol Ann out to Chicago to have her auntie and uncle have to deal with Kane. And then Sam Raimi goes, I think I want to do the Poltergeist movie. No, you didn't want to. Unfortunately, we did. So again, there's a lot of there's a lot of movies that don't really need to be rebooted. But again, I'm just harping back to my conversation with Jennifer and Charles. And Charles has been right about the nostalgia feel. I've also heard that on the TV with a couple of movie analysts that are people are just wanting to see some movies on the big screen, or they want to see reboots. I guess, but I wish Hollywood could come up with some more original stuff than what we've got. That's all. That's all. Like Scream 7 right now is such a muddled mess, and they're bringing back almost all. They're bringing back all the Ghostface killers. They're all dead. Also, some older dead characters, some older characters, and then I read somewhere. Actually, I follow Sarah Michelle Gellar. She is lobbying to be in Scream 7 as well. We all know that her debut in Scream was right before she did I Know What You Did Last Summer. She was in Scream 2 as Casey, who was a sorority girl who ran up the stairs and then kind of fell off the balcony and killed. But she wants to come back, so hey, why don't we bring her back? And again, what a jumbled mess, and I have no idea what they're thinking on this one. I really don't. So, with that being said, this is Ben, your weekend report. I'm also going to put a link down at the bottom of this, and this is for Jennifer. She put out a little video to get some people to help out her campaign on Indigo to help get season 8 of her Queen Malvolio series up and running. So far, she's about a third of the way there. She's got some time, and if you are interested in that, go to the link below if it works. If not, go find Jennifer's webpage on the bottom of my channel and help out her get to her goal. So, with that being said, I hope that you have a good week, and like I said, look out for a bunch of reviews and so on and shorts, and I will see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.